If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. If you have a YouTube channel, you definitely want to hear this. If you have Facebook and other social media platforms, you want to hear this because this is exactly what is happening with censorship. It is no longer being viewed by human beings at this point. And hi out there, algorithm. Hi out there, smart computer, quantum computer. I hear from what I'm reading on the YouTube community guidelines and was told by a Google support technician is that you are manually detecting what we're doing by learning from us and learning new lingo and things like that. So I guess you're becoming aware. So hi, I'm a call for an uprising. And guess what? We're becoming aware too. In fact, we've been aware our whole lives, but we're aware of you. So as you adapt to us, don't forget, we're adapting to you. And you know what? We're going to run rings around you. We're going to tie rope and run it around your ankles in circles and drag you through the mud. Because I'm constantly now going to continue to adapt. I'm going to continue to follow all the guidelines, of course. But since humans aren't sitting there and aren't viewing this for the most part, and tech is, well, we'll just give you a glimpse of what the future holds, because tech will never be greater than humans, despite what they say, because we'll always be adapting and changing, and you'll have to learn. And you might be able to learn real fast, but you can't read minds, not yet, until you're in the mind. You could learn how to maybe think what people might be thinking, studying human behavior, but guess what? There's a lot of humans like me and the people who follow this channel. We study human behavior too. We see the sheeple. We get it. We know what everyone out there is doing in the television world, in politics, in the entertainment industry. And now we know what you're doing. Hey, everybody out there who listens to my channel, you might be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking to the YouTube algorithm. You see, I reached out to YouTube, of course, via YouTube support, which highly likely I'm talking to a computer here. At least, well, they have the personality of computers, at least these techs. But no offense to them if they're listening. I'm sure they are. I told them about my video, which some of you on the website probably saw. If you're not on the website, you definitely should check it out. I talked about it over there. I showed the video where I was talking about pizza. Right? Everyone loves it. Talking about a commercial from the Super Bowl. And somehow it got detected before it ever went live. It got flagged, and I said, oh, it must be a glitch, because it said it was some type of information that was dis. So I appealed it and lost when a human looked at the appeal. According to them, a human viewed it and agreed, even though the people, when you talk to them on Google Tech, they watch the video and they say they don't know where the timestamp is. They don't know what the problem is. Exactly. So this is what I was shown. This is my new, apparently this is not my new, this is their new way of answering questions about, hey, okay, you're going to give me a strike. Can you tell me what it's for? Can you tell me where the timestamp is so I can see what I did wrong? And this is what they say. They send you this. How does YouTube identify content that violates community guidelines? With hundreds of hours of new content uploaded to YouTube every minute, we use a combination of people and machine learning to detect problematic content at scale. Okay, we all knew that and understood that, right? That's why when you appeal, sometimes you get a strike from the machine and it doesn't make sense because it's not reading it properly. And this is what's next. Machine learning is well suited to detect problems, which helps us to find content similar to other content we've already removed even before it's viewed. We also recognize that the best way to quickly remove content is to anticipate problems before they emerge. Our intelligence desk monitors the news, social media, and user reports to detect new trends surrounding inappropriate content and works to make sure our teams are prepared to address them before they can become a larger issue. Oh, so it's adapting, it's learning new lingo, right? Because manually this was not reviewed by anyone because the video went up unlisted, like I've told you, and it sat there for like 2 minutes before it got a strike. So that means that the algorithm, obviously, it went zip through the algorithm. It found some word that obviously triggered it. And then upon review, which I'm sure wasn't manual, even though they claim it was, they decided to keep it. And then when you talk to someone who's a human or supposed to be human, they have no idea at all where the timestamp is or what the problem is. Because that makes sense for a big corporation that's worth billions and trillions of dollars, right? So the reason I'm doing this video is for other channels out there too. You need to become more aware. We all need to become more aware now of what they're doing because we could easily beat them. We can easily defeat an algorithm and talk about things where they don't want you talking about. Now they're going to continue to adapt to trends and things like that. Oh, that's so cute. Isn't that adorable? Well, guess what? So are we. And we're going to continue to figure out how to speak freely in this country, in this world. And for people out there who think that we're all nuts, why would they go to such efforts to silence so many people? They're saying stuff about misinfo. I've never even mentioned treatments or anything for the you-know-what, ever. Because I don't even, everyone knows my take on it. This isn't one of those channels like Joe Rogan or Russell Brand, having doctors on talking about this stuff. No. So it makes you scratch your head. It should make you scratch your head if you're someone who doesn't believe what I'm talking about. And say, well, then what's the problem? If everything, because there's people who watch my videos and they just laugh. They think, they're like, this guy doesn't know. This guy's crazy. He's talking about black goo. And he's, okay, well, if it's so insane, who's being hurt by it? Are people finding comedy in it? Go ahead. It's your law. It's your tomb, not mine. If you're finding comedy in it, I don't mind being laughed at. I've got balls. I'm not a sissy who's, don't make fun of me. I'm all for it. Go ahead. Make videos about it and make fun of me. I don't care as long as you don't strike my right to speak and try to mass flag it. I've said that a million times. So their algorithms are now dictating this. So if you have a channel, you're going to have to do what I'm going to have to do, what I'm talking about over on the website. You're going to have to continually adapt every couple of days, weeks. I would say probably start with every couple of weeks because words that I've recently said like potion magic, they're now triggering it. The algorithm's just reading terms like that. When it hears it and it detects it, it's going to flag it. Now, I don't know if that word specifically is one. I'm not sure because now I have to write down a list of all the stuff that I say and I have to re-word things. And that's the way it's going to continue to be for the time being if we want to be on platforms anywhere on the internet. That's how it's going to be. And the dummies out there think it's, well, they want to do that to protect people. Protect what? Oh, they want to protect people from other people's opinions because they don't agree with them. So might as well censor them and cancel them. These people are complete fools. They don't understand what's happening here. They're like, they're just censoring you because you're so wrong. You need to be censored. Right. You dummies. And then there's going to become a day where they're going to put duct tape over your mouth and you're not going to be allowed to speak. And, oh, right. But they'll be okay with it as long as Big Brother continues to feed them and provide for them and give them Soylent Green. Yay. But for us, we're going to continue to adapt. I know you guys are too. I actually was working on a video and I didn't want to have to do this video. But after talking to somebody and seeing that they're saying, look, they're following the trends and then they're putting new trends and all this stuff into the algo and they're constantly going to be updating the algo. The algo is going to become aware of what you're saying because humans aren't going to be doing any of this. I know people who used to work at certain places and they'd say, yeah, and they get replaced by computers and nobody even put up a fight over it. Think about all the people who had jobs answering phones. You call everywhere now, and it's like, you know how much work you have to put in to get to somebody to talk to you, a human being, right? Answer this question, answer that question. And you say customer service, support. Oh, we'll get you there in a minute. Tell us this, tell us that. Customer support. Oh, hold on. We just need a little bit more info. You can't get a hold of people anymore. Right? And that's exactly how YouTube works and all these online platforms work. They don't want you interacting with humans. They want you regulated by the AI bots. Removes jobs from citizens, gives more power to Big Brother because they could just put in the words and the things they don't want you talking about and they'll just get wiped off the internet just like that. And then when they make mistakes, look, every video that gets removed is a mistake on any channel unless it's something that's promoting something disgusting, a crime or something like that. And you know what I'm talking about. Or, anything like that. Like, I don't have a problem with people who are liberal or pro-LZQ. Go ahead. But I should be allowed to say what I want. If I want to talk about certain queries, queries, like I'm making a query, things like that, I should be able to. And if they don't like it, don't listen. That's the way it should be, but it's not. It's not. So it's going to continue to go this direction, and the algorithm's going to continue to think it's smarter than humans because, well, I know it's going to get to a point where they say, hey, guess what? The algorithm is so smart that it's working within seconds to figure out your lingo. No, it's not. That's not happening. Now, obviously, they're listening to people in homes or picking up on things like that, and code words and things like that. Because these people, it's their game, so they know what they have to look out for. But now, we have to take their game and we have to short circuit it. It's as simple as that. So I just wanted to do this quick video on it. Well, it wasn't that quick, but you get the point. So if you have a channel, just be aware of that, because I know a lot of people comment, they said, hey, I'm getting taken off here. Well, same with Facebook, same with other places. And it's not going to be a thing where you say, hey, we have new words, or we use this word to talk about that topic, since we're not, certain people can talk about it and certain people can't, right? Russell Brand can, you and I can't. Why? Well, because they're going to fill it with disinfo and lead you into the political paradigm, which is what they want, because keep the citizens divided. But we're going to have to not have permanent new words. It's going to be something we have to constantly revolve. So they have to be just keep in mind, when I say something, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Just think for a second, or maybe you won't even have to, right? Just like with the potion thing. You didn't have to think. You knew what I was saying. Well, come up with more things like that. So we got to be smarter than this system, because human beings aren't going to help us. We can't get in touch with human beings. And it's going to continue to become more AI evolved, obviously. And people are fine with it. They think it's wonderful. And obviously it's not. And this is where total censorship and control is already in play, and it's just going to get worse. So want to make you aware of that. And I know you're out there, bot, algorithm. Guess what? I know you think well, you're not really a human, you're a demon in you or whatever, but not on my watch, buddy. Come knocking around, you might be able to censor on here. Come knocking around anybody's door. I don't know what a flamethrower is going to do, or I don't know. But I do know on Judgment Day, when you get flicked into the pit, not much you can be able to do then. So guess what? We're still on the winning team over here anyway. How about them apples? I thank you guys for being here. Appreciate all of you greatly. God bless you and your families.